Today in Annapolis, a legal halt, political endorsements, and a forest triumph. I'm Dean Bark. Welcome to the City Report in Annapolis. Let's open with the big one. A judge has extended the pause on plans to convert a Maryland warehouse into an immigrant detention facility. That's the headline. Time to dig into the details. An immigrant detention facility is a secure center where federal authorities hold non-citizens while their immigration cases move through the system. In this case, the proposal involves repurposing a warehouse, a non-traditional space, into that kind of facility. The judge's decision to keep the brakes on means no build-out or operational prep advances, while the legal and permitting questions get sorted. These facilities routinely face legal challenges and intense community scrutiny. Neighbors often press on zoning, environmental impacts, and public safety implications. Advocacy groups raise concerns about conditions and the need for less restrictive alternatives. The court's move signals there's substantial pushback and unresolved issues on the table. For the Annapolis area, the immediate effect is time. Time for further review and time for residents to weigh in on whether this kind of facility fits into a local community. Supporters of added detention capacity typically argue it helps manage federal caseloads. Opponents counter that converting warehouses into holding centers is a recipe for questionable conditions and sends the wrong message about local values. Many critics say turning warehouses into detention centers is not just controversial, it's a step in the wrong direction. Moving on, in county politics, the Anne Arundel County Police Union is endorsing a challenger over the sitting state's attorney, citing concerns about partnership. The police union is the bargaining organization that represents county officers. The state's attorney is the county's top prosecutor who decides what charges to file and how to handle cases in court. The union says the working relationship isn't where it needs to be. That kind of rift matters because public safety hinges on coordination. Investigations, charging decisions, and courtroom strategy all have to line up to be effective. Endorsements like this can move votes in local races, especially when margins are thin and name recognition is limited. It also highlights a broader tension we've seen across jurisdictions. Police departments seeking more aggressive prosecution versus prosecutors balancing deterrence, diversion, and case backlogs. Well, that's one way to look at it. Looks like someone forgot the memo about teamwork. Voters in Anne Arundel will now be weighing whether a change at the top prosecutor's office improves collaboration and outcomes, or whether continuity better serves stability. The union's endorsement may well tip the scales in this election. Let's pivot to the next story. How Maryland spends welfare dollars is shifting. More of the state's Temporary Assistance for Needy Families, or TANF, funds are being directed to tax credits instead of direct cash assistance. TANF is the federal program designed to help families move towards self-sufficiency. Here's the setup. Direct cash assistance is the monthly support families can use right away for essentials. Tax credits are benefits delivered through the tax system. They can lower a family's tax bill or increase a refund, but they're often realized later rather than sooner. That timing difference is not a minor detail if you're choosing between rent and groceries this week. Officials who favor the shift often frame tax credits as incentives that reward work and help families build towards stability. Critics worry the move dulls the safety net when emergencies hit, because help arrives at filing time, not at bill time. And one surprising wrinkle, many recipients don't immediately see TANF's role in those credits, which can blur accountability and make it harder to gauge real-world impact. For households in and around Annapolis, the stakes are practical. Cash flow now versus refunds later. Nice policy if your bills agree to wait until tax season. The shift in TANF funding seems like a gamble that might not pay off for those in immediate need. Shifting gears to the international desk, Pakistan's army chief visited Tehran, Iran's capital, aiming to nudge the United States and Iran back toward talks. The army chief is the head of Pakistan's military. His trip underscores how defense and diplomacy often intersect in the region. Pakistan frequently positions itself as a mediator due to geography and relationships on multiple sides. When uniformed leaders get involved in shuttle diplomacy, It can signal urgency. Sometimes a general's call carries different weight than a diplomat's cable. If it opens a lane for dialogue, tensions could ease. If not, expect more of the same standoff that has defined U.S.-Iran relations for years. For listeners here at home, global de-escalation can ripple through security planning and markets, which has a way of touching everything from fuel costs to defense postures. Pakistan's diplomatic play could redefine regional power dynamics. Last up, some green news close to home. A forest in Anne Arundel County is now preserved after a development bid fell through. Preservation here means long-term protection from building, keeping the land intact for habitat and ecological health. This is a win for biodiversity and for natural buffers, trees that help with stormwater, cleaner air, and cooler neighborhoods. Environmental advocates have pushed for outcomes like this for years, arguing that once a forest is paved, it's gone for good. This time the canopy stays. The only thing breaking ground is a sprouting oak. A rare win for nature, and hopefully a sign of more to come. And that's your report for today from the City Report with Dean Bark in Annapolis. Have a great day, and join us again tomorrow.